Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Thursday edition of Video Clips. And just a couple of announcements. The first thing is I am looking for a person who can teach college-level biology for our school. So if you are such a person, send me an email at pampopper@msn.com. We are looking for a biology teacher right now. The second thing is I want to remind everybody we're doing more and more of these workshops, Curious About COVID, talking about the basics that people need to understand. They're free. All you have to do is call and or send an email. We'll get you registered. You can go to our website at WellnessForumHealth.com and register online. These are for non-members. I mean, our members get a ton of COVID information and they can participate in Q&A sessions with me and that sort of thing. So they don't need free COVID stuff. They get a lot included in their membership, but we want to give all of you an opportunity to have one free workshop with our very talented seminar deliverers, if you will. So go to WellnessForumHealth.com. And then for members, we are going to, at the end of this month, we're in April now, we're going to introduce Lose the COVID-25 and health lessons from COVID-19. So stay tuned for those things. All right, so today's topic, I want to ask you to think about something. We teach people how to treat us every day by the way we respond to what people say or do. Think about this for a minute. So if a person asks an inappropriate question of me about a personal choice, and I think you know what I mean here, I can choose to answer it, or I can just politely say, I really don't want to discuss this, but thanks so much for asking, and then just move the conversation on. If someone asks me to do something ridiculous and stupid, I can comply and complain about it, or I can say, I'm sorry, but this just doesn't make any sense to me, so I can't do it. So I won't be at your book club. I won't be at the birthday party. Listen, when things change, let me know. I'll be happy to come back, okay? So I want you to ask yourself some questions, just some things I want you to think about, and I'll tell you why in a second. Why do I answer questions that are nobody's business? Why do I sit with a group of people for 3 to 4 hours while they talk about something completely insane and that I don't agree with? Why do I complain or comply rather with nonsensical rules? Where is the line? At what point would I say no? Have I actually thought about where that line in the sand is, or have I decided, by default maybe, that my job is to endure any activity, any line of questioning, any behaviors that someone chooses to inflict on me at any given point in time? Well, I think these questions are worth considering, because in life, we can allow our lives to be determined by what other people demand from us. And the only reason they demand it is we allow them to demand it and then we do it. They've been trained by our prior responses that we comply with whatever they ask us to do, or we can determine for ourselves what we are going to do and what we are going to refuse to do. One pathway is choosing to be a victim of other people's ideas or treatment or choices for us, and the other pathway is choosing to be in charge of our lives, to protect ourselves, and to live the lives that we choose to live rather than conforming to what other people want. In thinking about a lot of the emails that I receive about these types of things, many people seem to fall into doing things they don't like and don't agree with. Why? Because they're attached to the people or activity involved, that they have often without thought given the impression that they'll do anything to continue to be with these people or to participate in these activities. It's not my place to say if this is a good or a bad idea. It really isn't. I'm all about people making their own choices. My goal in healthcare is to provide people with accurate information so that they can make good choices based on whatever their value system is. And my goal here isn't to tell you that I think you should or shouldn't do a particular thing. It's just to make you think about it. But for myself, I can say this is a very dangerous and slippery slope when there is no thought about where the line is. This going along with the flow set by others is how people become abusers of drugs and alcohol. It's how people get swept up in doing things that are morally and ethically wrong. And it's how people say things later like, I don't know how I got myself involved in all of this, you know? It's where regret comes from, when there's no thought put into what you're doing. You're just getting swept along with whatever, all right? I'm gonna add one more thing to this that I think is really important for you to think about. What we do speaks volumes about what we think. Showing up is a form of approval for whatever you're showing up for. How you spend your money is a symbol of approval. When you show up somewhere and spend money in a particular place or with a particular person, you're saying, whatever's going on, I approve. This is okay with me. In fact, it's so okay with me that I'm going to help you do it. I will become a part of this thing that you want to do, whatever it is. When you participate, you facilitate. And the question that you might want to ask yourself is, thinking back on some of these maybe rather unpleasant conversations or activities that you've engaged in, what exactly am I facilitating? Who am I helping? Where is this leading? And where is my line in the sand? All right, that's all for today. You guys know I post videos on Wednesdays and Fridays someplace else, and tomorrow's is one you don't want to miss. So if you're not getting all of the videos, send me an email at pampopper@msn.com. And if you're not getting my newsletter, same thing, you can sign up. It's all free. And I put out a lot of information through those vehicles that I would not post here. So anyway, that's it for today. Pass this on to anybody who you think would enjoy watching it, and I'll be back to you tomorrow with more news.